Hey everyone, thank you for watching and welcome to Justin's house. It's time for ServiceNow Store Highlights, or SSH, the November 4th edition. And I got a little break again this week, and that's good because if you haven't heard, there's some updates coming from ServiceNow to all of their store apps, not all of them, but a lot of them. So this week we got a little bit spared. There's only 18 things I really want to talk to you about in this one. That's all that came out since my last video, and we'll run through those, and we'll start with the same category I like to start with, which is the new releases. There was only one new release in this batch, and it was the Tanium Integration for security operations. So you can see that here, aiming to increase the efficiency in the incident lifecycle by removing the number of manual investigation steps and augmenting ServiceNow processes with speed and scale. Gotta love that. Key features: automatically enriches data for a configuration item on a security incident, logged on users, network statistics, running processes, running services. So if you are a Tanium user and you're using SecOps or security operations or security incident response in ServiceNow, you definitely want to check out that application. Next up on the list is going to be compatibility stuff. So these are applications that have added support for Tokio. So I've got ArmorPoint, BitSite for security performance management connector, Instance Health, and Platcore LMS Federal Edition. All added support for Tokio. So if you're using those apps and you are going to Tokio or on Tokio, you may want to check those out. I can't remember, there wasn't any fixes in this one that didn't deserve a highlight, but I do have a new tag I want to show. Release notes fail. I had a couple of these this time and I was like, this is ridiculous. Okay, so I'm not calling out the vendors, but I will say one vendor pushed me over the edge. They basically said, click on this link to access the release notes, and the release notes are behind a login. I believe Capital Planning was one of those. GeoFluent real-time translation for chat and ticketing, Guardrails mobile platform, and Tricentis test automation. What's the fail? The fail is we can't tell what's new in this release. We can't tell what's changed. And come on, this is just lazy. You can update release notes, let people know what's going on there. It doesn't need to be behind a paywall or a login wall. So I'll get off the soapbox there. We'll go to the highlights. We'll start with AI translations by Lionbridge. Version 2.7, we got improved ability for detecting a user's language while within a virtual agent chat. So if you're using that application for translations, some better detection there. The Eternity Incident Integration introduced some improvements and minor fixes, better URL setting validation, more optimized usage of the API, improvements for the remediation workflow, improvements to population of device events, and removed duplicated domain fields that appeared for remediation groups, lists, and log pages. So a couple tweaks there on that one. Beyond Trust Privilege Management Integration added months to duration dropdown. See, nice and concise release notes. Thank you, Beyond Trust, for that update to the store. BlackBerry at Hawk added access for token handling. I was just as surprised as you might be that BlackBerry has an app in the store, but that's good for them. And they're updating it, so that's great. Global Link Connect added support for translating task extended records from Agent Workspace, a new feature to cancel and resubmit old job submissions, added a field to mark Global Link projects as automation specific, improved the handling of submissions with unrecoverable errors, and improved knowledge processing logging. So great stuff there from Global Link. Info BIP omnichannel conversational messaging has an October release for us where they fixed the missing inbound media message file extensions and outbound document message file name. So good update there from InfoBip. Instance Health Tokyo support, so it was on the previous list, but also 75 new checks for upgrades and patching, automated upgrade scanning, and dashboard improvements. So if you are one of those people that's concerned about Instance Health and Instance best practice, maybe this is an app you should check out. And if you already have it, you should go look at that update for Tokyo support. I loved this one. This was fun to actually work on. SVF Cloud for ServiceNow was an app, and all it had in is what Google Translate says is Japanese. So I translated them just for fun, and I thought it was cool. So for all my Japanese viewers out there, the SVF Cloud for ServiceNow has a new form output using multiple form layouts. Output by word is possible now. They added selectable item types, and the log output is more efficient. And I just got tickled and really pleased with being able to translate those. So Google Translate actually worked really well. Vulnerability response integration with Dragos. Cool name. This is certified for Quebec, Rome, San Diego, and Tokyo. I believe the Tokyo part is new. And they added module access policies to the key management framework, allowing application to access Glide Encryptor. It fixes an issue where stored credentials were not being stored or retrieved properly. That's good. We like security. So that is it for the November 4th ServiceNow Store highlights. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please like, please subscribe, or share it with somebody who you think might be interested in understanding what's coming out in the ServiceNow Store. And if you didn't hear me at the beginning, stay tuned for some big updates from ServiceNow being released in November through the ServiceNow Store. Until next time, don't forget, always be learning.